Taking on Manica Diamonds. It hasn't been an easy start for the visiting team, but they hope to make sure that they fix the errors this afternoon. My name is Tendai Smart, and besides me, to my immediate left is Chief Justice Majavi, winning captain for Dynamos in 2008. And to my far left, a sports enthusiast, a man who doesn't even allow the weather to make sure that it disturbs him. Max Madridza. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us, considering you are still in the Easter holidays. How's it been?
No, I want to say happy holidays to everyone, and of course we are here again at Rufaro. You know, it's we were here last Thursday, Dynamos versus Moz, of which it was probably a good game for me. And today, you know, this afternoon, great weather. Cape United is back here after a loss last week against Ngezi, against Manica. Today, I think it's a good game for them. They are prepared. We also, when the players were coming in here for warm-up, it was looking good, and I think they're all ready.
Yes, and Maxwell, the Easter holidays, coming back for Matchday 6, Cape United taking on Manica Diamonds, trying to make amends for what happened against Ngezi, Cape United.
Yeah, but I think we've been served a feast if you're looking at the PSL fixtures that we've managed to experience over the Easter holidays as well. And, you know, it's you're a team, if you're looking at Cape United, you were winning all along, and then you taste defeat for the first time. That just makes you come back to the drawing board and reconsider and actually remember that you're in the PSL. It's never going to be easy each and every time as well. But I think they'll be quite ready for this one at home as well, trying to drive that home advantage as well and maintain their momentum on top of the log table as well. We were just seeing the players warming up here, and I think you could feel the buzz from the squad. I don't think they are thinking too much about that loss. It was a very tight game, and you remember they also missed the penalty, and they probably could have got themselves a single point. But you just have to forget about that one. You have to focus on the new game that is coming through, and you just have to be ready.
And then that's Cape United bus arriving here at Rufaro Stadium. There's so much buzz around them. Like you said, they are not feeling the pressure of the defeat, but despite the defeat, so many changes coming in from Texo Shiragui, and he says it's just maintaining legs and giving the other guys a chance. Shandirwa out, Brett Amidu out, Chitoshi Shinga out, and we're seeing the return of Kundai Benyu. Will it affect the way they play this afternoon?
I think it's good, you know, why I'm saying so. Maybe he needed to rest some players, you know. They also had a long preseason, and so now he's coming in the first 5 games they played. I think they've been hard enough, and of course he need to rest some players and bring in fresh legs. A very great. I think they've got a great depth all together, and you saw it. And changing and bringing in Benyu. There's also Kadamanja who's coming in. I think he did very well. For me, as a coach, you just need to give other players a chance, and it's quite okay and quite good. You also welcome back the national team players from Malawi.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite good. He has got a squad. For me, I think he's doing well. Everyone has got to, until you get to the best 11. Yeah.
And then Marks, probably the best squad in the Kasulaga Premier League. It has to go to Cape United. We are talking about the bench, but before that, you're just looking at Manica Diamonds arriving. It hasn't been an easy start to the season. We are going to get back to Cape United, but I mean, they've played 5 games, only salvaging a draw against Chikenim. And they're saying this is the opportunity for them to make correct of those mistakes.
Yeah, and it's probably the most difficult game to try and get your first 3 points of the season as well. I mean, it has been quite a disastrous start for them as well. 4 losses, and as you were saying, a single draw in that. But you just got to get your head back together as well. You got to focus on the positives, on all the games that you have lost. I mean, there's no time to be literally thinking all over about those 4 losses. You have to take the good and leave the bad, and come back to this game at least and try to keep your goal shut, and probably if you can get a draw, then you can build from that as well. But like what you're saying, Cape United probably have the most formidable squad this season. Over 14 signings that they've made as well. Also getting the likes of Obre Chirinda, one of the most prolific goal scorers we've seen in the past.
He's not playing this afternoon.
And he's not playing, and that tells you something about how just the squad has been lining up as well. So I think it's going to be a very difficult game for Manica Diamonds. Also a very hostile environment coming here to Forest Stadium with the green machine quite ready to slaughter them. But you know, I think they will have to make sure that they are defensively solid and play the game by each and every phase. Try to get to halftime, I mean, and then get to second half as well. And if you get a chance, make sure that you're clinical. You can't waste a single chance if you're playing a top team like Cape United.
And then if it's history that we're going to be going by. The 2025 season, these two teams met twice, and Caps United had a double over Manica Diamonds with the same result, 1-0. And now they are coming back to play. Is history going to be part of this encounter this afternoon? And just looking into some of these Green Machine players that we're seeing warming up, we talked about the buzz, and they're obviously going to be relying on history, but you have been a player yourself. How much is the history going to influence this game?
No, you know, it works a lot, and you find it so good coming into this game. You've seen Wadi. He's in form. You know, he's been playing very well from the beginning of the season. I think he's also one of the players who are going to have a good afternoon here, and everyone is expecting a lot from him, and also look at him as a player coming up. You know, he actually started his main for Caps United, I think, and he's been doing well, bringing in goals here and there, and you find it's not going to be easy for Manica Diamonds. I think they're a little bit disjointed, but although they are motivated with the point against Chicken Inn, but I don't see them getting much of the chances of winning. The probability for them is less to win against Caps United.
Yeah, I mean, I think also if you were looking at Caps United, they really would want to get the 3 points here today, because they'll be looking over their shoulders and looking at the likes of Scotland as well. But I mean, there's a change this season. I mean, we were talking last season about how probably the top teams have lost their way in terms of competing. The well-known teams like Caps United, Islanders, and Dynamos as well. And you do have Dynamos also doing so well this time around as well. So the competition is going to be top-notch, whether you are vying for the title or you want to survive relegation. So for Manica Diamonds, sitting 18th so far right now, I think it's going to be a very tough season if the results don't go their way in the coming games as well.
And then before we get to the predictions, Fortune Binzi, one of the most prolific strikers, not starting this afternoon for Manica Diamonds. Is that going to upset the way they approach the goal?
I don't know what Mashir is thinking about. Maybe it's a tactical change. As we know, he's the top man. Binzi, maybe you bring him in the second half. He's got something to do. But I've seen Teguru there, who is a very good player. And he might bring in something, especially on the left side. He's very good at playing on the left side with Aski Rupande behind him. And of course, it's quite good. And I think they've got a plan against Caps United. You've seen it. They're putting Binzi on the bench. It means maybe tactically here and there, he wants to see something in the beginning of the first half. Then later on, maybe in the second half, he can change. Okay,
so now we're going to be heading over to the coaches to hear their pre-match interviews and how they want to approach the game. So please do not go anywhere.
I want to thank God for another opportunity today to also play. And I think we started well in this stadium, and we're hoping also to come back today to make sure we can get positive results. But football is football. You need to work very hard and make sure you correct the previous mistakes that you've made, and to make sure you bounce back with a strong mentality. And like I always say, it's a competition. It's not easy just to win games, but you need to make sure you correct the proper aspects of the game that you made not doing well the last game that you played, and also try to improve the team, and also looking at the opponents that we are going to play today. And we did all those analysis, and we tried to make sure that we can also have an advantage of playing at home, and also try to make sure we bounce back from our last loss that we played against the Ngezi Platinum. But today it's a different ballgame today, so we hope that the favor is on us to make sure that we can also be the favorite of the day.
Not a good start for us, a very poor start, losing 4 matches in a trot, and we are happy that we managed to get something in our last match versus Chikeni. And we are hoping to build on that point that we gained. And in today's match, yes, we are very positive that if we bring the same energy, we bring the same commitment, then we stand a chance to fight for a result today. I thought we learned our lessons, and mind you, the team that we are talking about, yes, it struggled last year just like us, but it had a very strong start to the season, and currently they are the log leaders. But today it's a new game, and both teams have an equal chance to do well.
So we are going to be switching over to commentary. We're all going to be talking about the predictions at halftime as we come back for the analysis. I hope you have your predictions too with you. So now we switch over to commentary. Please enjoy the game as we enjoy bringing it to you.
A very good afternoon to you all and welcome to Rufaro Stadium. Caps United, the home team, are hosting Manica Diamonds all the way from the Eastern Highlands. Manica Diamonds, as you may all know by now, that they are winless in this season's matches, and the two teams are emerging from the tunnel. Caps United in green and white, and Manica Diamonds in black and dark grey. The match officials leading the team are being led onto the field of play by the referee Lloyd Mapanje, who is assisted by Oscar Bume. Polite Dube is the second assistant referee, and the fourth match official is Messi Maimbo. Ruzive, the veteran referee, is the match commissioner, as the two teams are walking to the center circle for the traditional national anthem before kickoff here at Rufaro Stadium. Not a very good crowd, and I'm sure people are still streaming in, and very soon we'll have a better crowd than what we have right now, as we now prepare for the national anthem, Simudai Mureza.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Zimbabwe.
The two teams are ready, the crowds are ready. That is the Caps United side of things. The men in white and green away to our left, the city end. And as always, they fill up that part of the stadium whenever their favorite team is playing here at Rufaro Stadium. A good look at the match officials, who are led by Lloyd Mapanje, Oscar Bume, Polite Dube, Messi Maimbo, the lead, who is second from left, and then Ruzive is in the VIP stands. He's the match commissioner He's the one who is having a good look at how these three match officials will be performing in the center. As the toss is being conducted, we see that Manica Diamonds have won the toss and they've decided to attack the Mbare end. That is the goal away to our right. They would like to defend the city end here. They were represented there by Lawrence Masbera. And of course, Richard Achiro is the man with the captain's armband for Caps United. Everybody is ready now. Caps United started off like a house on fire in the league, winning 4 straight matches until they were stopped last weekend. They are on 12 points. One big question is, can they build on their early form here? They could not get past Ngezi Platinum, former employers of their coach here, Tekshua Chiragwi. And when they went there, it was more like a grudge match. And to make it matters worse, they even missed a penalty. That certainly didn't go down well with the Caps United faithfuls. As we see there, the match officials making sure everything is in order. The nets do not have holes that could create complications. If someone claims to have scored and yet the ball will have entered the net from outside the field of play. The Manica Diamonds bench yes, they are already now the Caps United family. Slowly filling up the stand away to our left. And the mascot, the Caps United mascot, is here today. They're doing all they can to make sure that the team is in high spirits, so that they can pick all 3 points here. Who is going to end up with all 3 points? Your guess is as good as mine. I'll be getting some analysis for summarizers from my colleague in the commentary box. That's John Kani, who will be coming in from time to time as the match progresses.
Speaking of the head-to-head match, head-to-head record for the two teams, they've played 10 times since 2019. Caps United have won 6 of those matches and they've drawn 1 and lost 3 to Manica Diamond. And the way Manica Diamond have handled this fixture is the best that they've done is a 0-0 draw to Caps United. So the Caps United have dominated this particular fixture, Stanley.
Certainly with the way they defend. Look, we haven't even played a minute. They've already conceded a corner. There's a glimpse of Askrupande playing in defense this afternoon. My apologies, he's upfield. The corner will come from the left-hand side. It's played deep inside the area and finally scrambled away. Kundai Benyu gives chase. Can he keep the ball in play? Yes, he does. Hachiro. Benyu plays it backwards. Nyasha Kurenje. Out of the near side, Kaonga, the Malawian, trying to find his way past Manica Diamonds. The cross, plenty of height, no breath in it. Kundai Benyu fastens onto the ball, plays it backwards. Here it comes to Chibida, to find his own goalkeeper, Wallace Magalani, who plays it back to Chiguida. Caps United playing from right to left. They are attacking the city end. That's their favorite end of the stadium. They normally want to play to attack it in the second half. Today it's slightly different. There is Mashiri. The Manica Diamonds coach Tekshua, that's Tafadzo Mashiri. As Magalani now settles on the ball before Running it kindly to Chiguida. Will he find Kadamanja? He does, and the ball played back to Magalane. We would like to welcome those joining us for the first time. You haven't lost much. We are here at Rufaro Stadium. Still 0-0. As Magalane tossed the ball forward. This one is neatly brought down by Benura. Who has to play it backwards into the box. A good cross. That's another lovely cross. And again, this one the goalkeeper misses it. Caps United can keep the ball in play. Yet it comes now into the area, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. Goal kick for Manica Diamonds. Looking very fragile indeed in the first few minutes, as we take a second look there at how that attack ended up. Of course, Joseph Kaunda, the Manica Diamonds goalkeeper, will have a long afternoon today. His defense must be tight enough to keep the Caps United strikers at bay, especially Ismail Wadi. Here's Wadi on the ball now. Oh, he loses possession. Manica Diamonds, poor touch. This one goes all the way to the far side. They can restart their formula now. Teguru turns one way, then the other. Still looking for space. Charles Teguru runs out of space. Throw in conceded there to Caps United, who must be quite happy to receive possession out of nothing. There's Nyasha Gurenje. Magalane. Caps United are trying to find their way forward. The ball is played back to Magalane. The goalkeeper grips it into enemy zone. Benyu with a challenge. And the Kaonga trying from afar. It was a full-blooded effort, but unfortunately just too far from Joseph Kaunda's goal, Joe.
Yeah, well, it was a fair attempt, but of course it's the technique that went wrong. He went under the ball, that's why he had so much elevation on the ball. But he had found his space, created his own space, and he had full sight of goal, and he fancied his chances there. But obviously that was more of a rugby shot than a football shot. It wouldn't count for Caps United.
Here they come again, Caps United with Benyu. But the Manica Diamonds pick up possession in the middle of the park. Will they do something meaningful with this one? Let's wait and see. Marlon Maziriri loses possession. It's taken away, back again to Caps United. Jalika. Back to the Caps United defense. This is Gurenje Nyasha. Turns goalwards. Lays it on the near side. Ismail Wadi slips it through. And the defender, well, the striker goes down. The ball is taken away by Manica Diamonds. Goal kick is being taken long there. Ismail Wadi had a touch. Finds Gurenje, who plays it back quickly to Ismail Wadi. Wadi drifts into the area, and he overcarries the ball over the byline. And I think he must have clattered into the advertising boards. Wadi is injured. That certainly will complicate the situation for Caps United. Let's take a look at him now. There he goes under the challenge of Russell Kahiki. And Wadi. That is how he picked up the injury. Hopefully it's not serious enough.
Yeah, hope it's not serious. Yeah. It came at a price. It was a good run into the box, and he cut his way in. But good thing is we see the Caps United medical team having gone out there to attend to him. But curiously, Stanley, he got injured on the advertising board, and then he rolled himself back into the Cape tonight, into the Manica Diamond, the 6-yard box, which now means he's further delaying play. And well, you wonder what times the players can go through in terms of their mindset. But he was actually outside, and he could have received medical attention from that side, but he rolled himself back onto the pitch. Yeah. Now play has to be delayed.
Yeah, I remember reading, football news recently. FIFA is actually looking into this because they say if something like that happens, the next time is he will be thrown into the sin bin for a minute.
Yes, yeah, you won't be allowed to come back early.
Yeah, you'll be guilty of delaying play because he got injured, outside the field, and then he rolled back on the field of play, so that tactically it means it's meaningful for a player because if he's outside, his team is at a disadvantage. So but that's why they want to do that. But FIFA, before the rule is applied, players are quite free to do that, and I hope these ladies will be, much agreeable to the new ruling.
Yeah, but maybe the mothers in them will be sympathizing with the player, but football rules will be looking at the detriment of having to roll back onto the field of play. And if you look at it, even Cape United were on the ascendancy, they were on the momentum, they were on the attack, and then probably he has maybe frustrated Cape United more than Manica Diamond.
Yeah, I think that's because he wasn't watching, the flow of the game anymore. He thought maybe the ball was taken away and they are now attacking us. It wasn't the case. We restart with a drop ball. Farai Banda, the long-serving Manica Diamonds defender, plays the ball forward. It's out of play for a throw-in. To Manica Diamonds. The Ngoda boys. Ngoda boys are sitting dangerously at the bottom of the log, winless. It's going to be a long season for them. Cape United keep possession. Here it comes. It's a good-looking ball from Kadamanja, but it's cleared away by Joseph Kaunda, the goalkeeper. Neatly brought down. As they come forward now, this is Liberty Masheure. Masheure on the byline, tries to bring in a cross. It's a hopeless one, and it goes behind for a goal kick. He had done very well to skip past his marker, but then couldn't direct the effort into the center for other strikers to attack it.
Yeah, but he had a beautiful first touch. When that ball came and landed onto his feet from a lofty position, the way he pulled it down, it was quite skillful and impressive. But then the effort that came thereafter was somehow disappointing. But good first touch from him, Masoro.
Indeed, a very good first touch. Comes back here. This time around, Rupande. As the ball goes forward, Rupande gives chase. It's taken away there by Cape United, Kuzai Chiguida. The tall, big Kuzai Chiguida taking care of business in the heart of defense for United. This time around is picked up by Manica Diamonds. Kundai Benyu can't get to it. Challenge there, but luckily he gets the rebound. Here they come now, Cape United, looking for Benura. Still Kundai Benyu beating his opponent and gives away possession. Now it comes to Maziriri. Flick through, but Chiguida is once again taking care of business in defense for Makepe Kepe. Nil the scoreline here at Rufaro Stadium. It's a Castle Lager Premier League encounter. That's a veteran administrator for Cape United, Mr. Kawadza. He has been there since the formation of Cape United. Good friend of mine.
You just reminded me of the yesteryear Cape United of the Stanley Senior Dundumas, Shekman Tauros, Stanford Sticks and Tizwas, Stallard Twalikis, Duncan Ellison in goal for Cape United. I wonder if this crop of players today watched those kind of players. They were a marvel to watch, Stanley.
Unfortunately, most of them didn't, but the men I was talking about will tell you all about them. Here it comes to Kaonga, Chawananga. He goes down rather meekly. It's taken away by the captain, Lawrence. There it goes to Richard Achiro, who clears under pressure. Good play by the midfielder. Now it comes to Rafael Kahiki, giving away possession rather too cheaply. And in the end, it will be Magalane's ball. Here's Mashiri. He's up on his feet, trying to inject a bit of pace and direction in this team. And so is Tekshua Chiragwi, standing next to Maimbo there, the fourth match official, Messi Maimbo. This one is on the far side, Kadamanja. Kadamanja sending it, but it's taken away once again by Caps United. This is Dominic Njalika, who finds his goalkeeper Magalane. Back again into Gurenje. This one neatly brought down. The chance now for United to attack. The cross looks good, but taken away by the goalkeeper, Joseph Kaunda. Kaunda runs to the edge of the box, but was immediately challenged there by Kaonga, the Malawian. This one drops kindly for Magalane, who watched it all the way. Then Richard Achiro will simply play it backwards to Chikwida. Here's Gurenje. Wadi with a lovely dummy, looking for Kaonga. Tightly monitored there, but I think the ref feels that he was unfairly challenged, and this will be a free kick from Lawrence Masbera. Some overzealous attention there. I think the referee is quite right. Of course, the captain will turn around and say, I'm simply trying to do my job. Here's a chance now. Benyu with a good looking cross, nobody home, and this one is cleared away by Manica Diamonds. Oh, that was so close. A good cross by Benyu. No takers in the center, Joe.
Yeah, no takers. I think maybe it's one thing that there's the Caps United president, Jere, there, looking and following proceedings with keen interest. Yeah. That cross, I think, didn't find any takers because Caps United, I think, are slow in getting into the box. They are creating quite good opportunities from their wing play, but central channel is failing to find enough green shirts bombing towards the Manica Diamond central goal area to finish those moves. But so far, Cape United are knocking, Cape United are probing the Manica defense, but it's the finishing that is lacking.
Definitely the finishing is lacking. On this occasion, they lose possession. That was Brian Kadamanja losing possession. And this one cleared away by Manica Diamonds. Throw in to Cape United. Kadamanja gets the return pass, tries to bring in a cross, fails. Another throw. Very close to the corner flag. Manica Diamonds has got players in their own box, just trying to take care of any danger. Benjani Marwari, the Highlanders coach and the former Zimbabwe captain, is here as Cape United take a shot, and this one has no sting. Easily taken away by Joseph Kaunda.
Benjani was in the company of Mkokeli Dube, and I'm sure they are watching this game with keen interest because Cape United will be facing them in a few days' time. So they are coming in to watch this particular game, seeing what notes they can pick up and possibly use them against Cape United.
So it's more like a spying mission.
Yes.
It's allowed in football, of course. It's being clever. Offside against Cape United. Free kick is Askrupande. Was hacked down. Very, very hard-working player. There is the ZBC boss, CEO, Mr. Sugar Chagonda, a former official at Manica Diamonds. So I don't think there is any prizes that you get for guessing who he is supporting. Play continues. Wadi inside the area. The cross doesn't come in the wonderful block by the captain. Goodness me, that was some good timing. That could have yielded something for Cape United, but unfortunately it's not. The corner kick to the boys in green.
I think Wadi took forever to send that cross in. He allowed the Manica Diamond captain to recover. He had sent in that ball earlier maybe even as a cutback for some. I saw two on-rushing Cape United players who were attacking the penalty spot. So he allowed the defense to recover and clear that ball away for a corner.
Here comes the corner now. Inside the area, Benyu playing it backwards. It's another good-looking cross inside the area, punched away by the goalkeeper. And it comes to Richard Hachiro, but the goalkeeper is down injured. Well, this is something that I was talking to the referees about, that when Dynamo's played Moors here, there were instances whereby players got head injuries and the referee continued to play. Why was that? Is it because we've got different rules? No, they said, no, it's the same. So this time around, it's been applied. No complaints, I think, from both sides. Of course, the fans, maybe they don't quite understand it, but if a player has got a head injury, Joe, we have to stop playing.
Play has to be stopped here. But although maybe, I'm not sure if there was really a contact to the head, or maybe the goalkeeper is just trying to manage the pressure and relieve himself of the pressure coming from Cape United. But okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, yeah. But again, there must be evidence of a head injury or how one got injured. In that case, well, it's debatable. It might be a case of a goalkeeper playing smart and managing the pressure and removing the sting from the Cape United attack. But of course, from another end, a goalkeeper has to be protected. If a goalkeeper goes down for whatever reason, whether it's a head injury or it's whatever other injury, the goalkeeper will have to receive medical attention and play has to be stopped. And the referee did that at that moment.
Yes, the referee absolutely right. That is Lloyd Mapanje. Absolutely right to make that call, as Joseph Kaunda picked up an injury as he was clearing the danger from Cape United. 0-0 the scoreline. We welcome fans who are joining us for the first time here at Faro Stadium. Cape United are taking on Manica Diamonds. It's even Stevens as the long ball is played through, headed away. It comes on the far side, and the Ngoda boys will get a throw in. Throw-in is taken short into the center, and it comes back once more. Kahiki, sliding tackle, wins it. Referee not happy with the tackle. Here was a free kick, which is quickly taken by Takunda Jeffrey. Back on the far side. Lovely ball played through, and this one looked really immaculate from Benedict Stolle. The cross, not a very good one, as it goes out of play for a Cape United goal kick. There's some players who are failing to do the basics, pick up possession and pass. Here it comes to Chikwida, who finds Magalani, clips it long, cleared away by Manica Diamonds, but doesn't get very far. Ishmael Wadi is involved. It's picked up once again by Richard Achiro, who is responsible for all loose possession. Richard Achiro, a veteran of the game, turned out for Herentos. He has now decided to play for the green side of the capital.
Yeah, he has seen it all in the game. Yeah, he's a veteran of the local premiership. Yeah, he has done enough mileage to know what to do in that central mid part of the field for Cape United, and hence even the captain arms bench. It's worthy of that call.
Certainly, he's a very industrious player. If you take a look at proceedings here, Wadi keeps the ball in play, I thought, but referee disagrees. That will be a throw-in, much to the chagrin of the Cape United fans, who felt that Wadi had managed to keep the ball in play.
It's always a confusing issue. Did the whole circumference of the ball cross the line?
No, it didn't.
Maybe
but
not. Yes.
But then the other thing, Joe, Mapanje is not watching slow motion.
Yes.
So unfortunately, we have to agree. We have to agree with him.
Just like the corner kick when it's taken, normally, in all the cases, players are not putting the ball in the corner kick arc.
Yes.
They put it on the outside part. As long as the part of the ball is overriding the line, it will still be counted as legit.
Exactly. Exactly. Throw in taken. Again, assistant referee's flag is up. I think it's for a foul on Caps United defender Grange, who clips it long. And the cross. Oh, this one clips the crossbar when the goalkeeper thought it was going out. My word, that could have embarrassed him.
It would have.
That would have been an embarrassment. That cross from Benura, so persistent. And the Kaunda. Let's take a look at it again. Look at it. Clips it goalwards.
He overpowered. He was so much power. Yes. Yeah, he overpowered the captain and took him out of the action. And we sent in the ball, which was tricky for goalkeeper Joseph Kaunda of Manica Diamond, who survived in that case.
He certainly survived. Caps United now taking a second bite of the cherry. Oh dear. That was hopeless. Really hopeless. Should have done better. Jalika. These are some of the people in the VIP stands enjoying themselves here at Faro Stadium. There's plenty that you can have to eat. Nuts. Wadi gives away possession. Under no pressure at all, a bit surprising, but Chiguida tries to keep possession for United. Dummy. But it's taken away by Benyu to Richard Achiro. He finds his captain. Now United are pushing forward. Can they get something out of this one? And they can't. And the ball is taken away. And it goes back to Chiguida, who finds Kadamanja, and immediately back to Wallace Magalane. Magalane's effort all the way to the near side here. Askurupande with a header and concedes the throw. It's taken quickly. Benyu. Ball played through. United with some short passes. Going forward now. It goes down. Where is the referee? He says play on. The United fans don't agree. Chiguida has this one out of play, but Joe calls for a penalty not given there.
Calls for a penalty, but I'm thinking to myself, at times players sell themselves out. Because if you go out looking for a penalty, the referee might not give you a sympathetic ear. He went into the box, he set in a dummy, came back to the left, to his left-hand side, and I think it was clipped. There was some contact, but I don't know whether it's enough contact to take him off his feet. But definitely there was contact.
Yeah, I think you can only get a penalty out of this one if we are using VAR.
Yes.
I mean, in
in
real time, it's very difficult. So I cannot blame Apanje. Good call by the referee. Here's Benyu. Brought down two players. Brought down, and Askurupande will be going into the referee's book. Yellow card for bringing down Kundai Benyu.
And I think the referee is looking at the previous incident where he fouled Benyu in the box there, Wadi in the box, to say, I gave you leniency the first instance around, and less than a minute, in a few seconds thereafter, you impede an opponent. So, you are stretching my patience, and I think that was a worthy yellow card from referee Mapanje.
Yes, indeed, Mapanje. So far, so good for the referee. Caps United have just been awarded a free kick. Grange. Nyasha plays it forward. Again. Our play is being broken up rather too constantly. We hardly have an appreciable run of play. Is it because these two teams are tight on each other? Here's Kaunda trying to steal a few yards from the referee. But Mapanje is watching, orders him backwards. I'm sure these ladies will agree with me that the ref hasn't put a foot wrong. This is the reason why when the defender was sent flying on that occasion. Ball played through by Kadamanja. This one taken by Richard Achiro. And, onto the far side. But again, his first touch lets him down. Banda Farai clears it away. Ball played backwards. Forjga. The sliding tackle plays the ball into touch. Kundai Benyu is everywhere this afternoon. On the right, in the center, back and in front. Trying to keep Caps United ticking. 0-0 the scoreline here at Rufaro Stadium. Chiguida heads it away. Richard Achiro brings play down. Njalika for United. Back again to Njalika, who clips it forward. This is a good looking cross, but then straight to the goalkeeper. Takes it away and throws to Askrubande. And loses possession. Wadi tried to be clever. Ended up fluffing his pass. This one is guided backwards by Kahiki to the goalkeeper Kaunda, who clears it long. Chiguida is the first to it. Brought down neatly. Then it comes to Mashaure. Queuing up a short Mashaure of Murenje for a throw-in to the near side.
I think he was isolated. I think I could process what was going through his mind. He was all by himself. There were all three plenty green shirts in front of him. And I think he thought, let me just take a chance. I'm isolated, take a shot. But of course, Makalane will be happy to see that ball being deflected away for a throw-in.
Yes, indeed. Throw-in to be taken, quickly taken. Here comes a good-looking cross. Nobody home for Manica Diamonds. And it's being played backwards. Then it comes out to Forjga. Ball flicked through. The return pass doesn't find its intended target. As Caps United fail to clear possession. They get the second opportunity. And this one, Benura can't fasten onto the pass. And finally, Manica Diamonds pick up possession. They seem to have improved in terms of performance. Here's their captain, Masivera. Rupande gets the return pass, lays it through, and this one runs into touch. Throw in to Caps United. Richard Achiro out of play once again. The Ngoda boys continue to attack. They haven't really threatened Magalane, but I must say that they've been sitting on the ball reasonably well in the last 5 or 10 minutes. As we see Hachiro and Rupande are both down.
That was probably a heavy tackle from Richard Hachiro.
Very.
Had Maswaure not, Rupande not jumped up, yeah, we could have seen worse. But otherwise, the challenge was somehow heavy on the part of Cape United captain Richard Achiro. Yeah, well, you don't want to see a player going out injured under those circumstances, because he came flying with these guards open.
I think he's lucky in that he didn't make contact.
Yeah, there was no
Any
contact.
form of contact, that could have been a red card.
Yeah.
Double-footed with open feet. Oh, that was a golden opportunity. But then Manica Diamonds player was not prepared to jump as he races back to take up his preordained position. Farai Banda, the veteran, surely he should have tried to make contact. Goal, it could have gone anywhere. See once more, United picking up possession. Benyu is taken away from him. This is Chiguida. Kudai Chiguida. Achiro to Benyu. Back again to Achiro to Benyu. Benyu lays it through Njalika. In possession. Caps United trying to move forward, but easily taken away here. Oh, some lovely play from Takunda Jeffrey. They play a long ball here, and Chiguida is quite comfortable. While Magalane is showing his footballing skills, playing a good pass. Hachiro once again making it look simple. Wallace Magalane, the Caps United goal minder. Clips it long. Fadi couldn't bring the ball down. Kaonga showing some energy. And once again, they've taken too long. Jalika to the far side. Kanamanja, he can bring in those good-looking crosses. And what a save by Rupande. Good block. And Rupande has gone down out of your picture. Play will continue. Chiguida makes sure it's safe. But the ref has blown to stop play because Rupande has got a head injury. But my word, what a block by the young man.
What a block by the young man. He was at the right place at the right time to save that ball, which was taken. A beautiful cross was sent in from the far side, from the right hand side. And Wadi sent in a header. He got it on the face. He got it on the face.
Yes, Rupande putting his body on the line for the team there. He did so well. The story could have been different here, but Caps United have been denied an opportunity to test the goalkeeper. As we see Rupande being attended to. It's nothing serious. Feels like he's had a slap in the face because the ball was headed straight into his face. That's Manica Diamonds reinforcing their instructions on the near touchline here. They want to make sure that things go well.
Yeah, they hope everything goes well for them, Stanley, because they are currently the worst overall form in the league. They are occupying position 18. They haven't played 5 games, no win, only 1 point from the 1 draw that they have. And the strange part about Manica Diamond, they haven't scored a goal this season, and they've conceded 8 goals and they've 1 point to Bulut, which is not a good record. Especially, I know it could be early in the season, but still, I think it's a cause for concern from the Manica Lane.
Yes, definitely it's cause for concern because if the players develop a losing culture, it could be disastrous. Ismail Wadi wanted to send in a bullet, but then he was underneath it and raised it over the crossbar into the stands for a goal kick to the Ngoda boys.
I wonder if a bullet was a good decision, Stanley, from that range. Maybe a killer, that will find and settle in the top right corner of the net. Maybe not necessarily a shot, but a ball sent in the inside of your boot and curl it around the goalkeeper in just enough elevation to dip into the top corner of the net.
Yeah,
not power, but precision.
Somebody should tell him that, look, power and precision are really good bedfellows. So next time he finds an opportunity, he should try to incorporate a bit of precision. Here's what looks like a good-looking pass, but then taken away by Kudzai Chiguida. Magalane lifts it well for Gurenje. Caps United still in possession. Kundai Benyu back to Gurenje. Turns away, lays it through, finds Kaonga, the Malawian. And the cross will come into the center, straight to the goalkeeper. Good move, good save by the goalkeeper. Caps United looking threatening. Davison Maroa a bit unlucky. These fans agree with us.
Yeah, they do. They enjoyed it. I think that was a good passage of play by Caps United. Exchanged a few passes down the left channel, and the ball was sent into the box. And then an attempted shot at goal by Davison Maroa found the chest of Joseph Kaunda in goal. Who himself, Joseph Kaunda, is a player of Majesa Academy in Mutare, who's found his way up the ladder to guard balls for Manica Diamond. Being trusted again by Manica Diamond. Good save. But of course, it was a ball on target from Jefferson Maroa.
Yes, indeed, he's doing a good job. That's what we expect from players that have gone through the academy. This time around, ball is taken away. Farai Banda. Forge clears the ball away. Playing as a left back this afternoon, Mark Forjga. The throw is taken. Chiguida lets it loose. It's taken up now by Caps United. Chiguida still in possession. Chiguida. Ball guided backwards to Magalane. Caps United with Some good interchange of passes at the back. Wallace Magalane looks very comfortable whenever he's going forward. And the chance here for Cape United. He goes down. Penalty. Penalty for Cape United. A golden opportunity for the Green Machine to take the lead before half-time. You can see them taking a swig here, preparing for a goal. And the Texua Jiragu in the meantime is busy giving instructions. Let's take a look at this one. Benura is the one who was causing all sorts of problems. That was one foul. Then came the second, the third, and the referee said, well, enough is enough. You have to reward the young Cape United striker, Benura. He managed to ride 3 tackles.
3 tackles. And I think that was also earned him some sympathy from the referee. He kept going as opposed to looking for a penalty, like what happened earlier in the earlier incident, where if you keep going, show the referee your intent, I'm sure definitely you can buy the sympathy of the referee. But if you then show that you're looking for a penalty, somehow you tend to give away the probability of earning your team's penalty kick.
Yes, indeed, yeah, you do. I don't know if I'm correct. I thought I saw Mashiri motioning his players off the field of play. And Askrupande still remonstrating with the referee. Well, somebody should tell him that there is a slow motion video replay here, which clearly shows that the Cape United striker was fouled 3 times. He kept on his running. The Manica Diamonds.
And we see the match commissioner Ruzive going downstairs.
I can see the match commissioner
to give sanity to the situation.
It will be very unfortunate if Manica Diamonds insist, as we take a look at the incident. There he was, and he goes down. That the first tackle should have given him that penalty.
Yeah, effective.
The goalkeeper finished him off, but then agreed. He was already under a lot of unfair pressure.
Perhaps the referee allowed play to continue because he was still on the ascendance. He was still in motion and with the ball and heading towards the Manica Diamond goal. Probably playing advantage or giving the benefit of doubt as opposed to stopping him from scoring.
Yeah, and I don't think Manica Diamonds, they need somebody to tell them that, look, the situation is not going to change. It remains as it is. We have a situation at the Africa Cup of Nations where Senegal walked off the pitch, delayed play for more than 17 minutes, and now there's a real threat that they could lose their trophy. The Manica Diamonds still protesting. Benura tried his best.
Yeah, he tried.
And by the time...
I like his attitude, Stanley. He kept going.
Exactly.
He didn't quickly fall. You know what we normally say in football terms, he took a dive. He didn't take a dive. He kept going. And of course, at the 3rd attempt, that's when the referee had had enough, and then he awarded a penalty to Cape United.
And I think sanity finally prevailed at Manica Diamonds. The players have been ordered back on the field of play. These fans are not yet aware of that. A penalty will be taken in favor of Cape United. Let's wait and see who takes the penalty. They were awarded a penalty last week at Tengezi at Baobab Stadium, and I'm told Ishmael Wadi missed it. And these fans, they're looking very pensive. It looks like they are not yet sure whether this one will go in, Joe, because of what happened last week.
Yeah, it was actually Chiguida who missed.
Chiguida who missed the yes.
Out in Gezi. Will they give him the chance to redeem himself, or they will alternate the penalty kick taker.
Chivida is nowhere near the penalty box. He has stayed in defense, and I think it's going to be Kundai Benyu who is being teased there by Ask Rupande. Rupande must be careful. Yes, Kundai Benyu will take the penalty. Joseph Kaunda versus Kundai Benyu. Will Caps United manage to score this one?
Yeah, one
they do, of course.
To bury it.
Kundai Benyu, one of the few players who came from abroad. Look at Ask Rupande.
Yeah, he's trading dangerously.
Yeah, trading very dangerously.
He threw his arm at a Caps United player.
That was Kundai Benyu.
Kundai Benyu. He threw his arms behind his head. Yeah, I think he's trading on thin ice. The referee is giving him a talking to there.
He must be very careful.
He must be.
It could end up being a red card.
You can't be a player and official at the same time.
You can't be. These are the things that happen in football, and I think players should learn to accept this. Kundai Benyu versus Joseph Kaunda. Saved! And Caps United have missed it! Oh my goodness! They have missed it. What a save by the young man. No wonder why the Caps United fans were not, so elated about this penalty.
Second penalty missed by Caps United in as many games. Well, I don't know what's happening at Caps United. They can't take a penalty and bury it. There's Benyu there. He took a step forward, he stopped, and then continued, and then fired. But it was not good enough. It didn't have enough elevation to go above Joseph Kaunda.
It looks like he wasn't even watching the goalkeeper, because before the kick was taken, the goalkeeper had already moved to one side.
Yes. Yeah, if he had then taken it across the other side.
Just put it straight down the middle.
Yeah, the goalkeeper would have vacated the central position.
He never thought about this. Unfortunately, we speak in hindsight, so it sounds like we know too much, but these are some of the things that players should learn about. The Caps United family is certainly not happy. Long faces in the stands. Play continues. Ball played through. The referee has stopped play because the goalkeeper, Joseph Kaunda, is down injured. She must be complaining that, look, this goalkeeper here is trying to kill the momentum.
Yeah, certainly. Well spotted, lady. If that's what you're thinking, well spotted.
She knows.
The goalkeeper here from Manica, he knows his game. He's managing the game.
5 minutes of stoppage time. According to Messi Maimbo, the fourth match official. Look, the goalkeeper was holding his legs just before going down, but now he's complaining about his neck as we take a look at the penalty poorly taken by Kundai Benyu. Another look at it. Yeah, I remember the late George Shire, arguably the greatest player in Zimbabwe, saying that when you are taking a penalty, make sure it's hard.
Yes, let it be
hard. Try to beat the goalkeeper with pace. He took so many penalties, and not many saved them. That's Father Nengomasha. Tinashe Nengomasha, former Zimbabwe international, was part of the team that went to Tunisia when Zimbabwe first qualified for the Nations Cup. He impressed in that tournament such that Kaizer Chiefs immediately snapped him up, and he went on to make history at Amakosi. Yeah. He's now the team manager at Cape United.
He's certainly one of the best talents that Zimbabwe has exported to South Africa, and specifically to Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes.
Where players like Willard Katsande also went there to do business. Then Knowledge Musona also went there to do business at Kaizer Chiefs. So Kaizer Chiefs will love Zimbabwe.
And Zimbabwe, I think, will love Kaizer Chiefs because they do accommodate our sons. We haven't forgotten about Rason Mchichwa and the many others who follow the same track.
Anyone would know of Epson Sugar Muguyo,
Epson Sugar
left
Muguyo, of
Zimbabwe
course.
Saints and went to do business at Kaizer Chiefs back in the days.
Yes, indeed. Here's Richard Achiro playing for Caps United. Chigueda goes forward now, past one man. Ball played on the near side. Beanyu was not there. It was a first-time pass, and I don't think there was any coordination between the two players. Kundai Beanyu still going through a difficult time. He will have to shake this off, and hopefully Caps United will be able to score so that the pain of missing the penalty will evaporate. We are into injury time. Chiguida, and that is Chiragui directing operations. Mashaure. This one rounds into touch. Granger takes it long. Denura, the man who won the penalty. Jalika. Benyu. Back to Jalika. Guides it to the far side now. Caps United. This is a lovely dummy. Marwa will lay it across field to Jalika. But again, Manica Diamonds are now going forward. Malan Maziriri has played the ball through to Tekuru. This is a good looking opportunity. But then Caps United were the first to arrive. Ball played into touch. Throw in. Close to the corner flag. 0-0 the scoreline if you're joining us for the first time here at Rufaro Stadium. Bakala, Ian Bakala, the Zambian, who is now assistant to Chiragui, came in last year and has managed to keep his job, so to speak. But of course, Chiragui is the man in charge. Hachiro has played the ball into touch. The throw in now to Manica Diamonds, who are now beginning to show a bit of self-belief. The cross, not a very good one, cleared away. Then it comes to Njalika. Masibera had a touch. And Ishmael Wadi took time to bring the ball down. Throw in once more to Vengoda boys. I'm sure they'll be talking a lot about the penalty at halftime, although it wasn't scored. There is Teguru Charles going down. Another player has gone down, so the referee blows to award a free kick to Manica Diamonds. They are now directing operations from the bench, showing the players where to be. Caps United, Benyu heading in the wrong direction, being harassed there unfairly. The referee immediately giving possession to Caps United. Throw in. Achiro and the referee Lloyd Mapanje blows to end the first 45 minutes here at Rufaro Stadium. 0-0 is the scoreline. Caps United missing a penalty. The rebound was made by a Caps United player, but still he placed it. And the Manica Diamonds survived the first 45 minutes. It will be a big question on whether they will be able to survive the next 45 minutes. But here is Joe with his thoughts of the first half.
Yeah, well, I think the first 45 minutes, I would give credit to Manica Diamond coach Tafazwa Mashiri, who deployed a 3-5-2 formation into this game, congesting the midfield. And in the end, we saw a frustrated Caps United. Besides missing the penalty kick, I think Caps United were frustrated into trying to play this game. They didn't play their normal passing and flowing game, which normally is synonymous with Tekshua Chiragui. So I think of the two coaches, the Manica Diamond coach Tafazwa Mashiri will be happy to go into the halftime break at 0-0 state of affairs, because he frustrated Caps United. He didn't allow them to play, but Caps United will be frustrated because they didn't get a goal in the first half. So with the balance of play, Cape United will be disappointed, but Manica Diamond will be content with the current scoreline going into the halftime break.
Certainly, and of course the halftime pep talk for Tafato Mashiri will be a good one, because he's going to be praising his boys for fighting very well. They did, especially towards the end of the first half, 45 minutes, and very soon we will be joining our studio team for halftime analysis. In the meantime, let's just wait for them to get ready, and then we can join them. But of course, Manica Diamonds, as they walk off the field of play, they do so with their heads high. And Cape United, well, they must be very frustrated here that they've missed the penalty. They missed one last weekend, resulting in a loss, and they hope that, look, it's not going to be a second loss again after missing a penalty.
Yes, agreed. If you look at the later part of the first half, we saw Manica Diamond actually making their own forays into the Cape United box, and they missed a couple of chances themselves, which could have shown us the cruel side of football, that you can dominate a game but not get a result. If they had plugged in one of the two chances that they fashioned out, Manica Diamond probably would have bothered Cape United going into the halftime break. But look, as it is now 0-0 at halftime, Manica Diamond, no scars yet. Because coming into this game, they've never won a game, they've never scored a goal in the Premiership this season, and they've conceded 8. So they haven't scored, yes, it's not too nice. They haven't conceded, yes, it's a plus on their part.
Certainly a plus on their part. Let's see if we can get more pluses from our analysis team as we join them in the studio.
It's all square at Rufaro Stadium as Cape United missed a penalty in the dying stages of the first 45 minutes. Kundai Benyu stepping up just after 12 yards and missed a crucial penalty. Gentlemen, the biggest talking stage of the first half has to be the penalty shouts. After so many penalty shouts, they were eventually given a penalty. Kundai Benyu stepped up and they missed the most crucial to just give Cape United the advantage.
First of all, I think it was not a good penalty. I would say, you know, as long as it gets a height against a big goalkeeper, I think it's quite a difficult one. But in the beginning, you can see here, I think it was supposed to be a free kick on Manica Diamond's captain before it went to this, to the situation whereby the goalkeeper had to bring down. It was Takunda Beno, So I think here and there, although the penalty didn't go in, but in the beginning, the referee, I think, made a mistake. It was supposed to be a free kick because it was more like, look here on Masbera, it was a free kick for me.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was initially the foul there. And I think that's also why, you know, the Manica Diamonds players were almost walking out of the playing field as well. And we had a lot of time before that penalty was taken. I would say a little bit soft as well, but definitely foul. It's a 50-50, and we do not have video assistance technology as well. And that penalty there, I think it was just quite poor as well.
It went a little bit high.
The height was quite savable for the goalkeeper. But then I think, well, if you're going to take 10 minutes before you take that penalty shootout, and you'd remember, Cape United ended up changing the penalty taker, and we actually saw a similar issue as well. At the World Cup, at the AFCON rather, when we saw Mendy for Senegal walking out of the pitch. It plays in the mind of whoever is going to take that penalty as well. You want to take it as soon as possible, and for Cape United, I think there's just disorder in terms of who's supposed to take those penalties as well. And for Benyu, unfortunately, he missed it, but he was insisting that he wants to take that penalty.
Well, just before the game, we were talking to the coaches, and Tek Shoshira before one talked, we asked the question, are you going to change the penalty taker since Chiguida missed the penalty against Ngesi Platinum? And he said he only missed one penalty in the game, but then we saw Kundai Benyu stepping up to take the penalty. Is there communication between the technical bench and what's eventually happening on the field of play?
I'm not quite sure about who was supposed to take the penalty and also for the changes. Yeah, you can see the statistics. I think Cape United have got an upper end. With 62% ball position. Not really much of a goal mouth melee. I think only this whereby we saw, especially the ball in the area when it resulted into a penalty. Yeah, we spoke about the penalty. I think Chiguida was supposed to take. If not, I think probably with the situation there, I would even assign the goalkeeper to just come in and hit, because we are trying to gain the momentum. with Benyu, who wasn't playing of late, but sometimes maybe he wants to bring yourself into the game. It's quite difficult, and especially look at the type of a penalty, but it happens in football. Also, not forgetting this goalkeeper is very good. He was with the Kosafa squad, Joseph Kaunda. He's a good goalkeeper, but and very young. At the same time, big frame. The moment the ball goes high, a little bit higher, it's easy for any goalkeeper.
And then just looking into how Manica Diamonds applied themselves coming into this game, they don't seem bothered, but looking into Teguru, who's operating on the right flank, running out of options so many times, finding no support whatsoever. What do they need to change, Manica Diamonds, coming into the second half?
Look, I think we talked about how they have to approach this game in phases as well. And, they'll be smiling going into halftime and still, not have conceded any goals, especially with attacks that have been coming from Caps United. On the flanks, we have Wadi here, who has been making some ground, cutting in some very good crosses as well. And fortunately for Manica Diamonds, they've managed to keep their get shot, like Chief Justice has been talking about how good the goalkeeper has been, commanding his box, making sure all those corner kicks as well. He has managed to parry the ball away from danger as well. But going forward, I think they have to take their chances. And when you are talking about the few chances that they managed to get on the break, they will never have much of the position in this one. So they have to make sure that whenever they get that chance to go on the break, they utilize that one on the flanks as well, trying to cut through and get that elusive goal. And I tell you, if they score first, they're probably going to be sitting back, parking the bus and trying to make sure they defend whatever they can get in this game as well. So going into the second half, I think more of the same from Manica Diamonds, but probably they have to try and make sure that they utilize those few chances that they're going to get on the break.
And then Chief, coming to you with this one, Manica Diamonds not understanding that Caps United are playing a high line, like Max has just said. Why are they not making sure that the breaks are fast and quick? They can catch them on the counter, utilize the high line, and then they can just maybe make it count.
Yeah, you can see the texture of the game. It's always Caps United. Only that Caps United, the very few mistakes they are doing is they are not calm. They are in a rush. Everyone who has got the ball, they are trying by all means just putting early crosses. Sometimes there's nobody.
And that was another penalty shot.
But I think it hit at the face.
Yeah.
I think it hit in the face of Aski Rubande. Yeah, it hit at the.
And even though I think it was quite a close call, and I think there was no penalty there. But the fans will always be crying.
Yeah, of course, and the fans are like that. But I think for Manica Diamonds, they are not going up front. You can see in the midfield they are not even dominant. There is Achiro there. He's taking everything, and also Benyu is not bad. He's playing very well. But only the thing is, it's the high ball from Manica. It's really too high, always, all the time. And the second ball, they are not winning the second ball. So it's quite difficult for them, especially when you're looking for a goal. Maybe they are content with a 0-0 for them. I think it's a point taken. I think for them it's going to be a point.
Yeah, definitely.
They're just waiting for the moment. Maybe they might have a counter attack.
Yeah, I think if they can get a point, I think it will be brilliant for them tonight. I think this is a very difficult game, and I think Caps United are always going to be creating more chances as we go into the second half. So I think for Manica Diamonds, it's just about making sure that they stay intact, they stay compact at the back as well. And for Caps United, I don't think they have to worry too early because they have been creating the chances as well. They have just not taken the chances that they've created, and going into the second half, I think they'll be buzzing. I think it's a very good opportunity for them. But the penalty issue is always going to be a problem for Caps United. They will probably get another penalty in this game, and it will be interesting to see who will step up and take that one as well.
Well, now just as we're about to get into the second half, the question will be, if Caps United do get another penalty, who is going to take charge of that penalty? But we are looking into the many changes that they did make. We are looking into Tanaka Shandirwa, who did not make it into the first 11. We're also looking into Chitoshi Shinga, who's on the bench. Now coming into the second half, do you think these changes are somehow the reason why Caps United haven't been as sharp as they have been in the last 4 games?
Yeah, you can see a little bit some rust in some players. You look at the power going up front. But I think if he wants to break the lines for Manica Diamonds, I think he has to bring in at least 3 or 4, including Chirinda, who is a goal poacher. You need that person because all the time you need someone who can hold the ball get into spaces, try to shoot a goal, but because right now there's Benura, he's not Takunda, he's not dropping the ball.
Yeah.
He's just going for body contacts. He's not just dropping the ball. He look for spaces and so forth. He did it once when he made the foul. He did it once when the penalty came. But if he had continued, I think they could have got so many chances. But getting into the second half now, I think there are some changes. He also needs someone who can distribute more like the Shandiro play, both right and left. Because you see in the first half, Maroa is not into the game so many times. They're just using on the left flank where there's Wadi. So I think they also need to balance up. Go on to the right, go on to the left. Sometimes try to find width and bring in some great crosses.
And then also one thing that we have to point out, the decent turnout, not a bad turnout for match day number 6. Obviously talking about the Caps United faithfuls that have come in their numbers. And you'd think the 12th man is going to be coming in handy. Not the same for Manica Diamonds as well.
Oh, yeah, it's a difficult game playing away from home as well. But credit to the Caps United fans. They've been rallying behind their team as well. And you could see sometimes when Wadi had a miskill, the fans will be clapping, saying, well, don't worry about that, keep going. That's what you need. You don't want toxic fans who will be actually against any mistakes that the players make as well. I think there's a huge belief on the Green Machine fans this time around. They are backing their team. Their team is on top. And, you have to support your team through the wins and through the losses as well. No barbaric behavior. I mean, the referee is going to make some mistakes here and there as well. But focus on supporting the team as well. And make sure that you rally behind the team. So it's been beautiful to watch. So many of these games that we've had this season as well, the attendances have been very good. Slowly coming back to the old days. I think Chief Justice would remember when they were playing how serious and how well supported football was in the country.
Yeah, for sure. The fans, it's their game. They should be here and they must also see good things. I think it's a great turnout, like you said before, and they're all together and the atmosphere is good. Coming on both ends. I saw just a small number of Manica Diamonds fans. I think they did very well traveling from Thailand.
It's reserved for Dynamo's fans.
That's the Vietnam. Yeah, that's the Vietnam. But they did very well.
Yeah,
it's a long distance. I think it's also good for everyone. Football brings everybody together,
So, gentlemen, quickly, the predictions. We're about to switch over to commentary. The predictions, we didn't do it at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think stalemate at halftime. Caps United is still knocking on the door, but I still think they can win this one. I think Caps United will be able to win by 2-0.
2-0. Chief?
Yeah, maybe a goal to nil for Caps United. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the sentiments coming in from the halftime analysis. Maxi Mandisriza coming with a 2-0 and Chief with a 1-0. So we're going to switch over back to commentary where they're going to be taking you step by step, minute by minute, action by action up until the 90th minute. So please do enjoy the rest of the 90 minutes.
Thank you and welcome back to the second 45 minutes here to Faro Stadium. It's Caps United taking on Manica Diamonds. The first half ended 0-0. But of course Caps United, as you may know by now, that they missed the penalty, the second one in succession after they failed to score last weekend at the Baobab Stadium, and they ended up losing by 1-0. Yeah. And I do hope that it's not going to be a similar situation here at Rufaro Stadium. They are the team that's leading the log table on 12 points, followed by Scotland and Dynamos on 11. So only 1 point separating them from the teams that are immediately behind them. Referee Mapanje says let's go, and Masibera plays it long into enemy territory for a goal kick, which will be taken by their goalkeeper Willard Wallace Magalane. Long clearance. Kaonga brings it down. Here's Jalika to Wadi. Wadi takes time on the ball, lays it through. Good turn by Benura. This is the player that won the penalty but then fails to take advantage. Here is Askrupande, tightly monitored. Comes back to Benura. This is Wadi. And the ball is guided back to Chikwida. Now the captain, Richard Hachiro. Ball played through, good clearance by Farai Banda. That comes back, poorly done, and is taken away by Manica Diamonds. Rupande will lay through. Some good running coming in from the far side. Can we get across? The sliding tackle wins it. But that was very, very close to being a penalty call. He's lucky that he won the ball. If he had not done that, that would have been a penalty.
Good timing from Nyasha Gurende, who was manning that left back position for Cape United. It was a beautiful ball that was flighted in by Askru Pande for an on-rushing teammate. And he found his way into the box, and there was a contact with the ball. Definitely it wouldn't be a penalty, but it was good timing. It speaks of good timing on the part of Nyasha Gurende to give away a corner to Manica Diamond.
Manica Diamonds ready to dispatch that corner kick. How will they use it? Here it comes now! Missing the upright post. What a header. So unlucky for Manica Diamonds. This was a golden opportunity. They could easily have taken full advantage. It didn't happen. Marlon Mazirira. But Cape United coming back once again. This is Grange. Onto the far side. Laying it through. Konga! A chance once more, but what a block by Svera. Playing the ball over the byline. How on earth did it miss the goalpost? For a moment I thought it was going in. But again, the goalkeeper, Joseph Kaunda, is down injured. Masbera is up and about after marking that valiant block to deny Cape United an opportunity. Both teams asking questions, Joe. Action swinging from one end to the other.
Yeah, I'm sure the two coaches at halftime asked for more from their players in terms of offensive play. And we saw Manica Diamond missing a chance from one side, nearly getting themselves a penalty, but then the ball was sent in on the other side of the pitch, where Manica Diamond themselves actually had a chance, a near chance to find the net, and they earned themselves a corner. That's Cape United ending themselves a corner, and hopefully we wait to see what's going to happen out of that. But otherwise, open end-to-end stuff in the first few minutes of the second half.
Here comes the corner for Cape United. Kaonga to take it. 0-0 still the scoreline. Here comes the corner. It's taken high in the area, headed away. And it bounces awkwardly. Richard Hachiro trying to find Kaonga, but in the end, it runs into touch. Throw in to Manica Diamonds. I'm sure Tafazwa Mashiri urged them to test Cape United. They had too much respect for Cape United. He deployed a 3-5-2 formation, and in the end, I think he's encouraging some of his midfielders to join the attack. Here it comes once again to Richard Achiro. Back header will go straight to Kaunda. He clips it through. Achiro mopping up every loose ball just in front of the back four. And Masvera, the captain, free kick. Here's Jalika. Chiguida guides it backwards to Wallace Magalani, the goalkeeper. Back again to Chiguida. Ball played through. The idea was right. This one didn't get very far. Here it comes once again. Cape United under pressure. Teguru in possession. Charles Teguru.
Yeah, well, Teguru, I think, was looking for a corner there, because the effort that he sent in there after having outrun the two Cape United defenders He was then cornered into the near side corner flag, but he tried to send in a ball, but it was tame, which for me speaks of a player who wanted to get a corner kick out of that.
That was a picture, a chance here, but Manica Diamonds failing to take full advantage. That effort by Marlon Mazirira going way over the crossbar, and the Caps United fans are a bit pensive now as Manica Diamonds prepare to make a substitution. Fortune Binzi is set to come on. As this one comes through, ball played on the near side here, Caps United with Devson Maroa. Maroa taking time to bring the ball across, lays it backwards. Kadamanja has got the bravery to play it through, and finally Manica Diamonds just conceding a corner kick. And the Caps fans still waiting for something here, but Manica Diamonds are making a change. Jersey
Benedictus Stolle is being pulled out.
Manica Diamonds, Benedictus Stolle comes off, and he's being replaced by Fortune Binzi.
Fortune Binzi is one player who had come in with so much promise 2 seasons ago, Stanley, and I don't know what happened to him. He then fizzled out, but remember, he also earned himself even a call-up at national team, but still, we didn't see more of him. He had shown us so much potential, but somehow we faded away.
Let's see if he can justify his inclusion this time around. Here's a good run by Masheure on the far side, in a good foot race there with Benyu. But the ball is taken away by Askurupande. Lawrence Masbera to Makinyoka. Mark Forger rather. Picked up on the near side. This is Charles Teguru. Teguru drifts infield, queuing up a shot. It's a hopeless effort. And this one goes high and wide. No problem there for the goalkeeper, Wallace Magalane, the Caps United goalminder. There are some whistles coming in from the Manica Diamond supporters. The Caps United fans are now quiet, a bit worried, because they spend a golden opportunity. Kaonga! It's there! Wonderful strike by Chanangwa Kaonga.
Well taken shot by Kaonga, and he has proven to be one of the players who can also provide goals for Caps United, because he's also scored, I think he scored away in triangle for Caps United, and today he also comes in to score for Caps United against a hapless and hopeless Manica Diamond. Will this be a decider? Well, we'll wait to see. But otherwise, it was a well-taken goal. He shrugged off a marker and created space for himself, and he let go of a shot on the volley, and there was nothing that Joseph Kaonga could do.
That was a well-taken effort. The Malawian created enough space onto his favored left foot and blasted it past goalkeeper Joseph Kaunda. Caps United 1, Manica Diamonds 0. Yes. And the Caps United fans immediately bursting into song and dance in the stands. Manica Diamonds. This one is just played away by Rafael Kahiki over the goal line for a goal kick to Caps United. And I'm sure they'll take this one with their goalkeeper, Wallace Magalani. Chikweda will play through, long clearance. And this time around, I think the ref blows for a double challenge on the Manica Diamonds player. Mark Forger will reposition the ball. And Mapanje knows exactly where it should be taken from. Forger is behind it. Chanangwa Kaonga, the goal scorer for Caps United. Here's Mark Forger with a good looking cross into the area, but the goalkeeper allows it out for a goal kick. Tumakepegepe. Their fans are still a bit pensive, but some of them are trying to lift the spirits of their players by singing continuously. Here is their goalkeeper, Magalani. Plays it through, neatly taken down by Rupande. Masvera. It's taken away by Benyu. He must have shaken off the feeling of missing a penalty. Benyu once more. Richard Achiro, the two midfielders combining. Here it comes to Marova. Turns away from one man to another. Marova. Caps United beginning to play some slick football. Captain Hachiro looks one way, then the other. Flicks it over. Good chase down. Then Nura goes down. Play continues with Manica Diamonds chasing. Masheure on the far side. For a moment I thought he was going to give up, but it looks like he has kept the ball in play. Rupande with the long ball forward. Chikweda finding Kadamanja. Ball kept in play by Caps United on the far side. Assistant referee's flag is up for a throw in to Manica Diamonds to be taken by Ask Rupande. Rupande will throw it short. Guides it in field. United clear. Picked up nicely here by Farai Banda. Benzi. Here's a touch. This one goes on the far side. Rupande is taken away once again. This is Mazirira. Chance for Mazirira to get the cross in. And it's out of play for a corner kick. Manica Diamonds, despite going down by 1-0, Joe, they are asking questions as well.
Yeah, they are asking questions themselves. I think they want to find themselves a goal in this game. They haven't really given up on play. They haven't really given up even on the race, because they've come into this game winless up to today without even scoring a goal. So I'm sure they'll be able getting at least a goal, even though they might not win, but getting a goal, which will be their first goal in 6 games, it will be a bonus and a booster for them.
Definitely a bonus and a booster if they manage to get a goal here, because they haven't scored the goal. Manica Diamonds, they don't have a point. It's not good going at all for a team. This is 1 point rather that they have, and that's not good enough. They have to up their game and start catching up with the rest of the pack. Yes, Chikweda. Taken up now by Caps United. Benyu. Played through to Maroa. Maloa's cross looks good! And the clearance takes it away. Oh, that was a wonderful move. And in the end, I think Binzi is caught offside. That was a golden opportunity for a second goal for Caps United, Joe.
Yeah, an opportunity for a second goal for Caps United, but again, it was a player who stood his ground on the line to be well positioned. You see, the goalkeeper was nowhere, and he was in 6s and 7s, and then a clearance off the line by Manica Diamond, which came in handy and saving them the blushes. So they survive another goal, Manica.
Yeah, veteran Farai Banda was on the line, and he managed to clear the danger. Richard Achiro. Oh, he's being hauled to the ground, and the referee blows against Russell Kahiki. He gets a yellow card for bringing down Richard Hachiro, who stays down injured. The Caps United medics on the field of players. We see Richard Hachiro there. I mean, Kahiki was all over the Caps United captain like a rush. And
pulling and tackling.
Yeah. He can be a very difficult player to handle. That is Richard Achiro.
Yeah, well, he's seen it all, Richard Achiro. He's been in the trenches. He used to play for Rentals and moved to Ngezi before crossing the divide to Cape United this season, together with his coach, Teksho Chiragwi. The 28-year-old has seen it all.
Certainly seen it all. Kadamanja now preparing to take a free kick for Cape United. Here's the Cape United owner, Honorable Farai Jere, watching this game here with interest, and a chance for Kadamanja. What a tackle! Last minute tackle there by Mark Forger. Chiguida. Here's the ball into touch. Cape United beginning to make some very meaningful runs into the box, especially Farai Maroa and Kaonga, the goal scorer. But unfortunately, Kaonga is now limping. Here's a long clearance. This one brought down. Jalika to Hachiro. Kadamanja clips it long. Neatly brought down, but again, Manica Diamonds are defending well. Ball played through Teguru. Comes back to Binzi Fortune. Forger Mark. Looks for support, gets it from Teguru. Ball played through. Kadamanja takes it away. Manica Diamonds beginning to enjoy a good spell of football here. This one is played backwards by Rakov Hiki to Masibera, the captain. Here is Rupande. Rupande will play through. Good ball played through once again, Masibera. Here they come, Manica Diamonds. Nobody there, but Ask Rupande on an overlapping run is caught offside. He's such a determined character, Ask Rupande. He's all over the place.
He's full of running, and I think he's playing with passion, trying to save his team.
Lots of passion indeed as Masibera takes possession. Plays it across to find Teguru. Another player who's seen it all. And he brings down his opponent in Kadamanja. So that will be a free kick. Cape United lead here by 1-0. We've played more than an hour. Preparations by Cape United to make another change. Jersey number 16 is Alanim Kombedzi. They've made a change, is it? Yes, they are bringing out Kaonga, who I said earlier is now limping. So he has been substituted. The Malawi, the goal scorer, comes off. And I must say that, look, the Malawi young man must be happy with his performance this afternoon. A goal and a good run in the 63 minutes that he has played.
He has done well. Yeah, I think he's put in a good shift. And I'm sure maybe the injury is not too serious. It's just being maintained and being managed. But otherwise, he's done his shift. He's found a goal for the green half of the city. And interestingly, the blue half of the city is currently leading by 1-0 away at Simbabora. It was a nice stadium as we speak.
Yes, indeed. And I can see that Ishmael Wadi is also calling it a day. In comes Tinote Ndameke to play on the left wing. Wadi and Kaonga were the leading lights in the first 45 minutes. Now Chiragwi feels he needs fresh legs to stretch Manica Diamonds even more. It's a long searching ball forward. And this one is headed away, picked up by Tinote Ndameke. With his first touch of the ball, he guides it backwards to find Gurenje. Very, very strong youngster, Gurenje. Hachiro. This one runs into touch. A poor touch by Gurenje.
Meke is one promising player. He's good on the run, comfortable with the ball to his feet, and he's also deserved to have been called to the national team at some point. He's also played for, he's from Fakose, having played for Green Fuel as well as Simbabora before he moved on to Ngezi, and now he's at Cape United. A bit nomadic, but a good player to watch on his day.
Hachiro to Maroa. Maroa tries to lay it through, but taken away once again. Forga will clear the ball forward. But again, Kadamanja is the first to arrive. Binzi intervenes, but gives away possession. Njalika for United. It's been full of running in the middle of the park for the green machine. Here they go now with Meke. Meke with his pace. Can he bring in a cross? Tens in field. Still looking for support, which is hard to come by. Finds Gurenge. Benyu lays it through. Oh, lots of space for the Cape United players. There's a chance now. Can they get a cross? It's there! The Cape United substitute Alan Mkombedzi scores a second goal here.
What a beautiful solo effort. I mean, he showed what he wanted to do. After receiving the ball from the edge of the box, he whipped his way into the box and went for the byline. And then I would have expected him to cross the ball centrally. But then a delicate chip over the on-rushing Joseph Kaunda dealt the business. Look at him there.
There he is, turning the captain inside out. Chipping it over the advancing goalkeeper into the back of the net. Wonderfully taken. From a tight angle. Cape United with two fantastic goals. They deserve their place in the sun, don't they?
They do. And this is the young man's third goal for Cape United this season. Having scored against Agama in the opening fixture for Cape United, and he also came again to torment Hard Rock when they beat them 2-0 here at Faro Stadium. So today he gets his third goal for Cape United.
Good going by the young man. 3 goals in 6 matches. That's a good ratio.
Yeah, it's a good return. Yeah.
Good return
for a young
indeed.
man. Who's coming in.
And some changes now. Sebelo comes on. Askrupande is off. Mangezi and Zulu in. Mashiri would like to make some changes. Lennox Chivi, the young man on the touchline, just number 28, is set to come on. Was playing for Kwekwe United last season. Now turning out for Manica Diamonds. Now they're
pulling out
taking out their captain. And Farai Banda, just number 26, will take over. Lennox Chibi.
I must say, Lawrence Masibera did very well for Manica Diamond Stanley, the captain. Who's going out there at the moment. But I don't think it's anything to do with his performance. Maybe they're managing his minutes, or maybe there's something uncomfortable with him. But he certainly put in a good shift in terms of marshalling that defense on behalf of Manica Diamonds.
Meke once again into the picture. Cape United now playing with their tails up. There's a bit of daylight between them and Manica Diamonds. 2-0 they lead. Some of the players that have been substituted. Meanwhile, in the stands, the fans are rejoicing, singing themselves hoarse with 21 minutes to go. Magalane dispatches the long ball forward. The Forger will shepherd this one out for a throw-in.
We wait to see, Stanley, if Cape United are going to find a third goal, because Cape United have never scored more than 2 goals in years whenever they have played. So if they reach their maximum threshold of goals, their allocation for a game, we wait to see if they are going to find a third goal. But Cape United have never scored more than 2 goals in the past few years.
Yes, indeed. Let's see if they have discovered some goal scorers. Confirmation of the changes for Manica Diamonds. Askurupande and Lawrence Masibera are out. And they've just been replaced there by just number 38. Lennox Chibi, Daro Jack Zulu. Good punch from the goalkeeper. This one runs kindly for Manica Diamonds, but the ref intervenes. He races straight to the player concerned, Ian Sabelo, the substitute. Let's take a look. The approach was a bit robust.
And it was coming from the blind side.
Yeah, coming from the blind side. He's lucky that he won the ball. It could have been a yellow card. Davozo Mashiri, not a happy man at the moment. 19 minutes to go to change the situation here. You need 2 goals. Can he get them? That is the big question. It is a good-looking effort, but then it was wide. The goalkeeper never bothered to move in the direction of the shot. That's how hopelessly out of target it was.
It's another far cry that we have stand in terms of free kick specialist in our league. One that will come easily onto my mind is Walter Msona, and even his brother, Knowledge Msona. You know, I think those are the two that we can really talk about when it comes to set piece taking and making them count when they are given in decisive positions.
Yes, indeed, only those two. And I'm trying to remember a ZPC Kariba player. He would come to my mind is one of the few, that can take free kicks. Kadamanja picks possession, gives it to Maroa. Maroa drifts forward. The return pass for Maroa, not kind enough. It's taken away by Mark Forger. Out into play. And Caps United preparing to make a change. Jesuit number 14, Talent Chamboko, is set to come on in place of Kundai Benyu. The message hasn't been delivered to Kundai Benyu, who is reluctant to come out.
They have every reason to dance. They are now back in song, the Caps United family, the Green Machine, and enjoying themselves at the City End Bay. And of course, they have every reason to do that. The team has only dropped 3 points so far this season, having lost only 1 game out of 6.
Good gesture there by Coach Tekshua Chiragui, embracing Kundai Benyu, trying to console him for missing the penalty. Now that is 2-0. It's now water under the bridge for the midfielder. He doesn't have to worry about it anymore.
And that's the goal.
Here's the goal. The first one by Kaonga Chawanangwa. Beating goalkeeper Kaunda. All systems out. And the fans immediately bursting into song and dance. A corner kick was taken while we were watching the replay. And it's out of play for a goal kick, which Joseph Kaunda will take.
That's the goal from the young man.
Yeah, the young man there.
Mkombezi Allen.
Wonderfully taken by Allen Mkombezi.
I think he has announced his arrival, this young man, to say, guys, I'm here, I'm lifting up my hand. Can you see me? I can also do something for in the Premiership. And Caps United definitely will embrace him. And hopefully he keeps his cool head and he will go far.
Definitely he will go far. His Fortune Binzi fights for possession here. Wins it. Still not settled yet. Ball taken away from him by Kadamanja. Maroa does well. He's injured and Forger is pleading his innocence. But the referee spotted the contact. Maroa had possession. This will be a very cruel blow to Tekshua Chiragui if he is forced to make another injury-inspired substitution. He took out Kaonga. Oh, that was a clash of knees. Or is it the hamstring? Let's take a look at he's clutching his groin. So
so less of the contact from the opponent. Yeah, but as he was striding along, he strained.
Forge was justified, and I think the referee, he spotted it, and he's going to start with a drop ball. Well done there to Mapanje.
Yeah, well done, referee. Yeah, he's still in pain. He can't even walk freely and easily.
He can't.
He's in pain.
And it looks like Caps United will be making a change once again. Another player is coming on, as we see there. Kundai Benju wincing in pain after missing that vital penalty. Number 13 is set to come on. It's Obrel Chirinda, the chief striker. Obrel Chirinda is on. And the out comes
Obrel Chirinda has also seen his time in the league, Stanley. He's also played for Bantu, and he moved on to Ubuntu in South Africa. That was way back in 2017, before he bounced back into Zimbabwe to play for Chicken Inn, Blaue Chiefs, and moved to Ngezi before now crossing over to Cape United.
Yes, indeed, Chirinda is a very, very powerful player. He knows how to get goals. And the last time he played here, he scored the first goal for Cape United when they won in their first match of the season. There he is, Obrel Chirinda. Hachiro to Granger, who gives away possession. Teguru playing in defense now. It's headed away, but Hachiro will win it. And it's out of play for a Cape United throw, who are quite happy with proceedings. Chiragui himself, a former Cape United defender, took up coaching at quite a young age, but I must say that he has done very well.
Yes,
extremely well.
I remember he's also done duty for the national team, the Warriors.
Deputizing for Nice. Here is Hachiro. Cape United knitting together a number of good-looking passes. This one taken away. United Meke. Clipping it through, nobody home. Joseph Kaunda will take it away. Kadamanja with the header. Neatly taken in the center. This is Kahiki. Panda. Back to Kahiki, who finds support from Chibi, Lennox Chibi, the former Kwekwe United defender. This is Chirinda. This is Hachiro. It's taken away once more again by Benura. This is Hachiro almost giving possession away. Now they're coming forward, and I thought for a moment that he was tackled. The referee had to think about it and finally made the right decision. Mangezi was brought down.
Finally the whistle came, Stanley. We all saw it. It was a clear infringement on Mangezi there, and we thought maybe the referee was allowing advantage to accrue, but Cape United had the ball. Look at Mangezi there. He was fouled and he tried to keep going, but Cape United recovered the ball. He had done well for himself, and then the referee took forever to blow and award Mangezi a free kick, which he did finally, and I think it's kudos to the referee. Justice eventually prevailed.
Yes, indeed. The free kick by Mark Forger. Ball played through. Chiguida has got a touch. Finally, is it a corner?
Yeah, it is.
It's a corner, a bit too late there by the Cape United defender to clear the danger. Cape United 14 talent Chamboko. Here they come now with a corner kick. Manica Diamonds. Good looking ball inside the area. The goalkeeper flipping badly. Here they come now with Kadamanja. Hachiro laying it through. Good timing there from Takunda. And the ball out of play. Confirmation of the scoreline, and the goal scorers Chawanangwa Kaonga and Allen Mkombezi. Chawonga has since been pulled out through injury. And Mkombezi, Allen is still in the side. Came on as a substitute. Mark Forger. Headed away by Mangezi. This is taken away by Caps United. This is a lovely move. Trying to shoot from afar but fails. Kadamanja wins it. Jalika. Now it comes to Meke. Hachiro. Kadamanja into the center circle. He's looking for his goalkeeper. Neatly taken down there by Charles Tekuru, who is now playing in defense. Looking very comfortable. He's such a versatile player, Charles Tekuru.
He is. The other time we saw him playing the right-hand channel on behalf of Manica Diamond, and now seems to have moved centrally. I think the boy is good. He's confident, and he always wants to play the way he wants to play. But of course, it's unfortunate that he's playing for a team that is trailing, a team that still has to find a goal this season.
Losing possession, but finally managing to play the ball back. But he concedes the corner. Charles Tekuru, the goalkeeper, wasn't following play, and they couldn't retrieve the situation. Still 2-0. Caps United in the lead. Their fans are now clad in their colors, urging their side to carry on. 8 minutes. 8 minutes to the final whistle. That corner will come. Here comes the corner. It's taken long into the area. Picked up by Hachiro. For a moment, thought of shooting. He does so, but straight at the goalkeeper. He's not usually a goal scorer, Richard Hachiro. Chirinda has won it. Finds Hachiro. Hachiro lays it square, and the chance. Oh, my goodness me. Unbelievable shot from Talent Chamboko.
I think
he wasn't aware of where he was, and he thought that he might lose possession, but that was a dreadful effort.
Dreadful effort. Give him the benefit of doubt. He was probably trying to curl it, find the top left corner of goal by giving it a left curl. But the execution was bad, but you could see the idea that he was trying to do.
Yes, indeed, I think you're right. The idea was there. Manica with a lovely turn on the far side. Eliminating Charles Tekuru, the cross comes in, and the Manica Diamonds once again head the ball away. Good interception from Chibi. Oh, this is the skill by Meke. Another corner to come from the far side. Long ball played through, and it's always Richard Hachiro winning these loose balls. Chirinda with a good-looking cross. Ball played through. Chamboko will lay it back on the far side. Meke will collect. Into the center, poor control by Benura, and a chance now for Chamboko. Goalkeeper spills it, but gets it at the second bite of the cherry. Still 2-0, and these fans are certainly happy to be seeing this sort of thing in the company of the Caps United Honorable Farai Jere. This is the effort. The goalkeeper couldn't kill it in the first instance, but luckily for him, nobody was there for the afters. And Hachiro has been very, very busy in the middle of the park. Hachiro once again. Jalika. This one comes back to United. Clipped all the way to Chirinda. Jalika guiding it on the far side. Benura can keep the ball in play. Turns in field. United can afford guiding it backwards in the middle of the park. Here is Jalika to Chirinda. Chirinda to Hachiro, the captain. A lot of keep ball from Caps United, and the fans are really happy about this. killing the time. 4 minutes to the final whistle. Who can blame them?
Oh, yeah, you can't blame them. And Caps United, I think in keeping with their tradition, they want to just manage this game and see out a 2-0 score line, turn it into a result, which is also typical with Caps United. They've never scored more than 2 goals in a game in years. And possibly this could mean that Caps United are content with the current state of affairs, and they'll be happy with the 2 goals, clean sheet, and 3 points, and they go home.
Yes, a clean sheet as Fortune Binzi is penalized for bringing down Kadamanja. Now we take a look at a happy man and his child enjoying themselves to Faro Stadium.
Yeah, this is what we want. You know, this is a family event. It's a family-friendly environment. Families can bring their loved ones, and even you can see there someone on the phone probably updating people at home to say Cape United here are collecting maximum points on a 2-0 scoreline.
Yes, indeed.
Lovely pictures.
2-0 scoreline. And Cape United normally will start managing the game when they are leading by such a scoreline. Here comes a chance now. Chamboko once again. Brilliant effort. The cross comes in and nobody home. And in the end, I think the far side assistant referee, near side this time around, says that the player on the far side was in an offside position. These fans cannot complain. They know their team is leading and looks set to collect all 3 points and will be on 15 points. Here's a long effort. Now they take it away. The good clearance comes in onto the near side here. With Manica Diamond trying to go forward, they're making too many mistakes. Gurenge for Chikwida. This one is for Chirinda. Chirinda guides it backwards for Kadamanja. Chirinda riding a tackle, and he gets a throw in. Kadamanja will be taking the throw as Chiragui continues to direct operations from his technical area. He must be a happy man by now. He knows that they will be getting all 3 points. Quick recovery from last week's disappointment when his former employers inflicted a 1-0 victory at the Baobab Stadium. Achiro lays it across Jalika. This Jalika boy could be on the threshold of a very exciting footballing career. Here is another player, brilliantly done, Gurenge. Chamboko will guide it backwards. Chikwida. Hachiro rounding off Binzi. Hachiro dictating the pace of the game in the middle of the park. Lovely stuff from Cape United. Even their fans giving them a round of applause. With a minute to go, I would love to see the smile on Honorable Jerry. Surely he should be happy with what he's seeing.
Yeah, good play from Cape United.
Yes.
Past few minutes.
Managing the game very well.
Yeah.
That's a late tackle. Free kick quickly taken. Forjga has got possession. Two minutes of stoppage time. I think it's a true reflection of what happened in the second 45 minutes. We didn't have many stoppages, Joe.
Yes, yeah. Except for the first half where with that lengthy stoppage when Manica Diamond were disputing a Cape United penalty. But in the second half, we saw 2 teams trying to win the game. 2 teams trying to play football as football. And right now, 2 minutes for me feels justified.
Yes, indeed. 2 minutes justified. And Chiragui making sure that everybody is in the preordained position. Magalane forward. Ball played through Kalinja. And the goalkeeper collects this one. Fortune Binzi trying to beat Kadamanja, who recovers quickly. Mangezi Turns in field. Beats his marker well. Forger is in possession.
Yeah, I think Cape United must be credited with this passage of play, Stanley, because other teams, when you're leading 2-0, they'll be wasting time. But Cape United are leading 2-0, but they've been playing football.
Yes, indeed, they continue to play. Isaac is looking for a cross that didn't come from Manica Diamonds. Teguru ran out of space, and this will be a goal kick. I don't know what you think, but I think the Manica Diamonds coach Mashiri has blundered his attack by removing Teguru from attack into defense, because we're not seeing much in the Cape United box.
Yeah, maybe not seeing much in the Cape United box. Maybe a coach trying to say, let's just minimize the damage, because I mean they are hopeless going forward. Remember, they haven't scored a goal this season, so maybe the coach will say, I'm content with whatever state of affairs that are presenting, and I'll go home.
Yes, and finally the referee Mapanje Lloyd has blown to end the match here to Faro Stadium. A Cape United victory, 2-0, and it certainly is a good day in the office for Tekshua Chiragwi, and of course Honorable Farai Jere, the owner of the team. They have collected all 3 points, 15 points for Cape United. That's a very good start for the season.
Good start for the season, 15 points, and in 6 games, having only dropped one set of points away to Ngezi Platinum. So I think Cape United have laid in a marker this season. They're saying we want it as well. You can count us in the race for the championship. So we wait to see whether they're going to maintain that form. But coming into this game, of course, it was a game Cape United were tipped to win. And Manica Diamond, they didn't offer much in terms of challenging Cape United. I think they played more of a resistance game. Let's resist them. Let's manage the damage. Let's not allow them to do what they want in the game. And of course, Cape United collect 3 points, and they are happy with that. 3 points, clean sheet, and they are happy to go home with that. And Manica Diamond, the misery continues.
The misery continues for the team from Mutare. Surely it's back to the drawing board. They have to sit down and find out exactly where are they going wrong, as we will soon be talking to Tafadzwa Mashiri. He's now very close to our match on the touchline there. That is Tendai Sbanda, who will be talking to Tafadzwa Mashiri, the losing coach. It will be interesting to hear what he says about this particular result, because it is damaging for Manica Diamonds.
It is.
To play 5 games, just a draw, 1 point, 1 point from a possible 15. That's not good going.
It's not good going.
Yeah.
And the irony of it is that Coach Tafadzwa Mashiri is the one who masterminded their survival from relegation that season, after having taken over as coach late in the season. But now things are not happening for him.
All right, let's go down now to Tendai Sbanda for the pitchside interview with Tafadzwa Mashiri.
So after an exciting 90 minutes, we get to talk to the coaches, and we start off with the coach for Manica Diamonds, the traveling coach, and it hasn't been an easy start, and today is proof of what a difficult season it has been under 6 games. Coach, unfortunately, you did not manage to get the 3 points as you're expecting. Coming off from the first point you get of the season, a difficult game away.
Yeah, very difficult one. I thought we had a decent first half where we managed to contain them, and I want to commend my goalkeeper for a stellar show, but I think the team defense was not up to scratch, and we should have done better in those situations, and it's those 2 situations which gave away those goals, and we were out of the game.
And then that moment when the goalkeeper saved the penalty could have been the turning point, but however, you didn't capitalize on the high line that Cape United were playing. Do you think you could have done more from that moment?
Yes, of course, yeah. We should have capitalized on that, and it should have energy and motivation. But I think we didn't start the second half well, and we gave them too much space to dictate pace, and as a result, we failed to poor defending, failing to deal with a 1 versus 1 situation, and also there was no cover. We were exposed at the center.
And then, from here, coach, what's the plan? How are you going to bounce back from this?
Yeah, we need to continue working very hard such that we bounce back. There is nothing that we can do except hard work.
Okay, good. Tough luck and all the best in your next endeavors.
Thank you very much.
So there was Manica Diamonds coach talking to us after defeat in the 90 minutes at Rufaro Stadium. Caps United managing to bounce back from that defeat against Ngesi Platinum. This is what the champions do. This is exactly what they are saying, playing like champions. If you want to win, you exactly play like champions. Now we are joined by the coach come from the winning team, Caps United, managing to score 2 goals, and after missing the penalty, they bounced back. And coach, your sentiments after 90 minutes, the overall outlook of the game. How did you see the game?
Thank you so much. I want to thank God for the win, for the effort, the energy, and the opportunity to play today. And I also want to thank the supporters for them to come in numbers to cheer the boys. I also want to thank the players for their resilience and showing the character. That's where you see the good team, after coming from a defeat, then you come and rise again to make sure you stand up for the next game. I think it was a very marvelous game to watch and a sweet victory to the boys. And I would want also to acknowledge the players who come in with their fresh legs and energy to make sure that they can also come and contribute to the team. So we are happy to collect maximum points. And like I've said on my pre-match, what is important is the consistency in performance that can also guarantee you how we are going to play next game. So for us, I think we did very well. In the space of 2 days, we managed to get a win today, which is good for the club. And also want to thank the Honorable Mr. Farajere for the great support that is giving to the team. Even after we got a defeat, he also come to encourage the boys, and we are happy for that.
And then you seem to have a special weapon in Alan Mkombezi. 3 times you scored coming from the bench. Is this something that you're working on in practice?
Yeah, you look at his age, like what is important is just respect the process, and we are still working on these boys, and the process is still going on, and we hope we're going to see much better in these guys in terms of how they are performing, how they are responding in the way we want to play. So now it's good if you keep on building the team and getting results like this. That's what you want. It also get easy to the coaches. Players will get the confidence and also improve every day during training and also the matches that you are playing.
Amazing, coach, and congratulations for this win, and all the best in your next endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. So there was Caps United coach Tekshwa Shiragwe coming in with the sentiments, talking about the understanding between the coaches and the players, talking about bouncing back from a defeat they faced against Ngesi Platinum. Now they've managed to get 3 maximum points against Manica Diamonds, and we continue to give you these live broadcasts, just showing you how much of an importance the Zimbabwean League is to the Zimbabwean fans. But now, after talking to the managers, we get then to talk to the analysts who were part of the game, from the pre-match, halftime analysis, and now the post-match. Gentlemen, it's always good to have you with us talking about the beautiful game. Max, I'll start with you. Overall assessment of the game, from the first minute to the halftime to the 90 minutes, how was the game?
And first of all, I think you have to give it to me today. I told you at halftime that it was going to be 2-0. And I think a very good game from Caps United as well. No, it's always going to be tough as well for Manica Diamonds, and now losing the 5th game as well in the season. Only 6 games played so far, but you're finding yourself going lower on the log table, desperate times for them. But for Caps United, I think brilliant game from them, and I think they stuck to their guns. They didn't really panic. They created more chances. They were clinical as well with their finishes as well. And then the young man that came in at the second half as well as a substitute as well, getting into the game and scoring that crucial goal for Caps United. I think they've been very good, and I think the fans are quite happy, and you can see still the fans still hanging about. That tells you how good the team has been. So well done to Caps United as well, and the coach. I think the dressing room is going to be quite happy about today's result, but the focus shifts to the next game. You can't celebrate too much. You have to focus on the next game and continue to do that good work, and probably get the best result as well. So a good game from Caps.
If there's one thing that we overly emphasized was how good a squad Caps United have. You look at the bench, they have probably the strongest squad in Zimbabwe, and this is something that you talked about. Looking after 90 minutes, do you think the bench has been the difference between Manica Diamonds and Caps United this afternoon?
Yeah, you know, I think great second half for Caps United. They changed a lot of aspects towards their approach into the game, and you saw it brought results. A good goal from Allen as well. It's a good goal, you know, considering how he took it and against the edge as well. And I think they've got a very good depth, and it's a very good squad, very strong. And you winning the game. Actually, they needed to score more goals, but unfortunately, they didn't realize they still got time. They could have made a lot of goals. This is the time. And, of course, they controlled the game, suffocated Manica Diamonds in the second half. Very good game, I would say. And hopefully, you know, they continue winning the games, you know, despite losing the penalty. But, of course, they came back in the second half much stronger and much focused, controlled, played very well from the midfield, the back, and up front. There was a little bit of a punch.
Okay, so that's the sentiments coming in from the two gentlemen who gave us fine and pristine analysis. Makepekepe, you can listen to the song Hans Vatishai Samfaru. But before we go, quickly, Chief, is this the season for Caps United?
No, it's too quick to say it's their season, but I think they are doing very well. I think they are doing very well, and they need to maintain the momentum. There are so many games. It's still the beginning, 6 games from the start. So there's still plenty of games to come. They just need to be consistent and going forward.
Okay. So that's the message coming in from Chief Justice. It's still early into the season. Wow. From the rest of Zimbabwe and the rest of the world who like the Kasolaga Premier League, thank you for tuning in to Match Day number 6. It's been a pleasure giving you nothing but the best of the Kasolaga Premier League. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed it bringing it to you. Until next time, it's a solid goodbye.